folks! Welcome back to some more Defense Request! On our last episode, we continued to explore the Arata's Palace, which led to us eventually stumbling upon what was supposedly a haunted photo of the Yamabushi Park. So, Arata took it upon himself to go to the real world and investigate the park, to see if there were any other leads. And after an exchange with a soft-spoken horror junkie named Anjo at the park, Arata noticed some etchings on a rock, which turned out to be a debug code for World's Odyssey. And lastly, after Arata's breakthrough, someone or something broke one of his windows, which is quite unsettling. So, with that wee tidbit in mind, let us continue henceforth to reality. Cause we're missing one more blip here. And not here, I meant at the map. Gosh, I don't know why I thought it was the touchpad. But right, let's just go to Enigma Games. Not much of an early riser, are you, bud? I can't get a hold of either Sumika or Lydia. Neither of them have responded to my texts, and the SMS isn't showing them as read. I didn't feel like going back to sleep, so I found myself heading back to the office. Today was supposed to be my day off, but I don't really mind coming in. Every other department has team members who come to the office on their days off, bouncing from cubicle to say hello. Either they must be lonely, or the office is more of a home than their actual home, or they could just be really great friends. If I had to guess, it's because the atmosphere here reminds people of a college club or something. It must be nice. Actually, yeah, because they didn't respond to your calls earlier now, did they? Not to brag, but Enigma is located in a wealthy financial district, amongst a smattering of tall high-rises, looming over Tokyo. Our company only has a staff of 30 people, and yet we've got a fancy building right beside my stop at the train station. Ooh, quite convenient. Our CEO is a wizard programmer who made his fortune in the gaming industry before founding Enigma. He played it smart by choosing not to have our company expand too quickly, opting instead to invest in a great work environment for his staff. His philosophy is best summed up as an elite environment for the elite team. Hey, I can agree with that. Quality over quantity, I say. I've got no room to complain about it. It's an ideal commute, and there's even a giant shopping mall nearby. It's nice to see our company logo on one of the swankiest buildings in town when I enter. Today, however, my normal commute was interrupted by the sight of what appeared to be news reporters and cameras. Maybe an incident of sorts? A flurry of microphones were aimed towards me by reporters, followed by their eager cameramen, as I found myself suddenly surrounded. Hang on a minute, crisis! Also, ain't you a bit too pushy?
日本国内だけでなく世界各国の経済ネットワークまでが一部ダウンしています。あの画面はどういう意味なんですか？ちょっと待ってください。あなた方の言っている意味が俺には全く。確かに俺はエニグマの社員ですが、騒動って何のことですか？やっぱりここの社員か。なんだお前らはハッカー集団か。
Oh gosh, this guy's trying to get a rise out of us.
Huh?
Yeah, what a coinky dinky.
もしもし新た、あんた一体何したの？
ってお前もかよ。俺が何をしたってんだ。
ブレイキングニュース。数時間前より世界中で同時多発している正体不明のサイバー攻撃に関する続報をお届けします。本日未明、無差別に選定されたパソコンなどの電子機器が所有者の意図しない動作を一斉に始めた事件で、
So it is a literal global market crisis. Holy moly.
メールで送信された感染プログラムにより記録部分に負荷を与えられ、
And it all began from a phishing email? What?
コンピューターを破壊するなどのマルウェア行動による被害は依然広がり続けており、コンピューターを使用した機器や乗り物、国内外のマーケットが事実上機能停止させられるという事態に陥っています。
I watched on a big telescreen as the breaking news echoed grandly over my bewildered head. I couldn't believe it, that something was able to monopolize the operating systems of every digital device on Earth was baffling. What was most terrifying about it, however, was that it seemed totally random. The news reporter was quick to blame this attack on some hacker, but I wondered why the reporters were at our doorstep. What could it all mean? Just as I thought to shrug it off as nothing, I performed a double take to what I saw on the screen.
犯人による不正アクセスおよびオペレーションシステムの破壊が行われる際に表示される謎の画面を調査した結果、2年前、都内にあるソフトウェア開発会社が手掛け、現在は停止されているオンラインゲームで表示されるものであると判明。警察は不正指令電磁的記録作成の疑いで捜査に乗り出すと発表しました。ソフトウェア会社前には現在多くの報道陣が詰めかけています。
もっとちょうだい。
It made no sense. The image display on the featured victim's hacked device was it World's Odyssey? The login screen for World's Odyssey.
なんだよこれ。どうなってんだよ。
I would like to know the same.
ねえ、今どこ？ニュース見た？
今見たとこだよ。
会社の周りやばいよ。囲まれるから。
It's a bit too late for that warning.
やばいも何ももう囲まれてる。
なんで言っちゃうかな。あれオデッセイの画面にね、今朝のアグルニュースでも大々的に記事が載ったのよ。エニグマが関わってる可能性があるって。
はあ？普通に考えてわざわざ証拠を残すやつが犯人なわけないだろう。
そうだけど、あの画面が出てる以上無関係とも言い切れないでしょ。捜査令状も出てるかもしれない。すぐそこを離れて。
You gotta bail, bud.
何もしてないのになんで逃げなきゃならないんだよ。
休みが明けて法務部で動く前に変な現地でも取られてみなさい。それを盾に会社傾けたらあんた責任取れんの？
Probably not.
おい、お前、何のんきに話してんだ。分かってるのか。世界規模の経済損失だぞ。おい。
ったくうるせえな。こいつわざと怒らせようとしてるよな。見え見えなんだよ。
ただいま事件に関与していると思われる会社の社員と名乗る男性に話を聞いておりますので、新しい情報が入り次第お伝えします。
とにかく早く離脱して、後で連絡するから。
分かったよ。
Gotta dash!
おい待て。
待ってください。もう少し話を。
各国の首脳も犯人を非難する声明を発表しています。
これほど大規模なサイバーテロ事件は過去に類を見ない。犯人は直ちに手を止めるべきだ。さもなければしかるべき罰を受けることになるだろう。
What was going on? This all had to be one big nightmare, right? I uttered this sentiment to myself as I ran away aimlessly. Each breath I took was more pained than the last, like the crescendo of a bell ringing in the pit of my stomach. I felt panic and sweat drip from every pore of my body, and my head spun from terror. It only took 3 hours for the cyber attack to affect devices worldwide, from midnight until 3 AM. Who or what was capable of attacking electronic devices on this kind of global scale? Normally, firewalls are strong enough to protect data entry for any normal PC or cell phone. Hacking every PC and cellular device simultaneously would be impossible, unless you would... Well, rather, let me rephrase that. Unless you were a mad genius. But... even as my lungs struggled to draw breath, I had sprinted as far away from the reporters as my legs would take me. A series of questions swirled in my anxious mind until I finally managed to find my way home.
はい、時はです。ただいま電話に出られません。メッセージをお願いします。
Oh, for Pete's sakes, another automated reply!
時はのやつ、全然電話が繋がらないじゃないか。他の連中とも連絡がつかないし。くっそ、何がどうなってんだよ。
Because the login screen for World's Odyssey was plastered on every screen on account of a global cyber attack, internet forums began connecting the dots and determined that Enigma was at fault, wasting no time to bash our company at every opportunity. To make matters worse, Ago's news division made sure to deflect the blame from themselves and blasted it towards us in their broadcasts. Of course they would.
うちの社長ならと思いもしたが、あの人に限ってそんな真似をするとは考えがたい。
Yeah.
俺たちのゲームで世界を明るくするってのがあの人の口癖だからな。
Aw, that's pretty admirable.
今、俺にできることは何だ?
Alright, that's as done in the real world, I think, unless we could chat up someone randomly? Nope. Okay. So I guess we'll just press on then, back to World's Odyssey. That didn't alter our corruption level either. So it's not like it was entirely required, but can we... No, we cannot progress through here. So I said the second floor, but I'm a little bit puzzled as to where we go. Maybe here. Because there were quite a few events in some parts of this map. Well, we can't go through here. That's locked. Just an enemy in this part, I believe. That's a dead end there. That's not the map. I'm trying to figure out what button it is for the map again. No, that's episode chart. Maybe this way? Oh, wait a moment, wait a moment. Maybe we're making some headway. I say as I need a key. Huh. So So I have to figure out maybe to find a key somewhere. Wait a moment. What's this? Palace key 2. Okay, so we found a key. The second one, though, you know, lifts ether. Well, I've had one of those before. It's like a really potent SP item. Alright, so we're making a little bit of headway. And there is an item over here. Palace key 1. Okay, so we just had to have a wee gander about those rooms. And as for this area, maybe it looks like it could be a shroud of a special ability, so we can't go through there because it looks like none of our characters can break through. Assuming it just auto swaps it though. Alright, now that we have some keys, can we actually go through here? Well, not that one anyway. Because that doesn't allow us to interact with it. So weird how some doors we can interact with, some we can't. Right, I know they're faded out for a reason, so that makes sense. But right, oh gosh! Hello, random enemies! Okay, so that's those beasties over and done with, because they just came out of nowhere, and they're much of the same of what we've already fought before, so let's just have a little peek at this. Gop gop? They're gopping a bunch! A bunch of gob gobs, apparently. That very well could be the case.
Shina, 意思の疎通が図れるか確認してみてくれないか。
わかりました。こんにちは。
Ah, those were very much words, sir. Shimpop sounds delicious. Or maybe it's a musical genre.
ダメです。何を言ってるのかわかりません。反応はしてくれてるみたいですけど。
待て、今何か。もう一度だ。話しかけてみてくれ。
すみません。もう一度言ってもらえますか？
Oh gosh, choices! Well, before we make the choice, because I have a feeling that one of these may kill us, because the game did warn us about deaths, I'ma make a quick save. Okie dokes, the save has been made, so let's help the NPC and see what happens. I tried saving them, but it was naive of me. Oh gosh, I had a hunch that abandoning them would have been the right choice. Tentacles were wrapped around me, constricting me as I gasped for breath. Soon I couldn't move a muscle. Well, that was, very brief. Okay then, let's just, load up here. Okay, we're back after being murdered by these buggers. So, this time, let's abandon them.
さっきは何かを伝えようとしていたように思えたんだけどな。
仕方ない。先を急ごう。
Right, well that was awfully brief. So where else would you like to go? Well, that's a new enemy. I kind of want to fight it. So, whoop. I said, whoop. There we go. Some weird floaty fishy things. What are they? Sinklets. Okay. Well, I do have quite a new amount of abilities to use at my disposal, so I mean quite a few, not quite a new. Whoopsie. But I digress. So what would I like to use here? So it's strong against moon. They're not moon. I guess I could just use Lunamis. Because this is sun, I think. Judging by the icons, so we can just use some Lunamis here. Don't think we need more than 2, however, unless if these things are really tough. Of which they ain't. Even 1 would have been sufficient enough. So we can battle Jack. No, we won't do that actually. Because that takes a lot of SP for not really a lot of gain. All things considered. 5-star. And then another one. Just on the off chance. Or we could just do this. Yeah. Maybe. So we can get 2 guards, or we can get this in a guard. I think we'll just get this in a guard. Because I think the knockback will be good enough to kill it. Yup, it was? Okay. Right, then we'll just knock this spell into this one. Because we don't need to go too crazy when it comes to using skills. Because I'm probably a little bit over-leveled, in fact. I did end up finding a pretty good leveling spot, actually, off screen. That, even on hard mode, the enemies there were giving about 2,000 experience. It'll probably be displayed on screen for a brief moment as well. It's actually near that starting house that we were at. Although, to be warned, on higher difficulties, those enemies can hit quite hard. Because, suffice to say, one of my party members have been one-shot by those things before. Granted, it all worked out in the end, but right. What's over here? Oh, a key. Another palace key, okay. And 9,000 Eddie! Oh man, that's a lot of money. And what was this? The Rusty Palace key. Okay then. So can we head into here? Wait, but there's like an van. I guess that's at the other side. It is. Okay. Yeah, it must be heartbreaking for you, one of the primary developers of the game, to just see The game world that you worked so hard to create in a state like this.
直したいです。元のオデッセイに。
ああ、そうだな。そのためにもお前は早くここから出ないとな。
大丈夫ですか、シーナ。なんだか辛そうです。ああ、平気です。ありがとう。リリーは優しいですね。いえ、そんな。
やっぱりそうか。間違いない。
びっくりした。脅かさないでくださいよ、クマさん。急にどうしたんですか？
今プログラムコードを洗ってたんだが、シーナたちが敵を倒すたびにバグが少しずつ消滅してきてるんだ。
Well, that makes sense because we're slowly debugging the game. We're purging them.
思った通り、マーターズに取り付いている寄生虫はバグそのものだったんだ。
じゃあこのままバグーに食べさせて数を減らしていけば。クマさん、光が見えてきましたね。シーナ、バグとは何でしょう？バグっていうのはエントマの開闢以来世の中の壊れてしまった部分をそう呼んでいて、皆さんがエントマと呼んでいるものもその一種です。おっしゃっている意味がよくわかりません。エントマは神の呪いではないのですか？その通りですよ。私とクマさんは調査の結果、その神の呪いも含めて壊れた世界の一部と考えていて。
Just think of it as some kind of blight that's been spreading.
さっきみたいな寄生虫を消していくと、この世界のあちこちに発生している壊れた部分、バグが消えていくんです。バグが消える？エントマが溶けるということですか？そうそうそうそう。
バグを消したからといって死んだ人が生き返ったりはしないし、全てが元に戻るわけじゃない。
Yeah, like how some sacrifices may have to be made along the way.
バグを消すイコールエントマが溶けるというのもまだ可能性の段階でしかないんだ。期待させて悪いが。
I mean, fair dose. New bugs could always resurface.
いいえ、可能性があるだけでも十分です。エントマが溶ければ皆を助けることができるかもしれないのですから。そのためなら私は何でもいたしましょう。
分かった。俺もできるだけサポートしよう。とりあえずこの調子でマーターズを倒して寄生虫をバグーたちに食わせていってくれ。その結果を見て今後の方針を決めていこう。
Hey, motivational stuff. But right, one thing I actually forgot to check though is, did we get any rewards for those things that happened with those episodes? Oh. Bad. You can't save everyone. A lesson learned the hard way. Anything else? Doesn't look like it. Oh, I know. Cyber terrorism. In the real world, a global cyber attack leads to trouble for Arata Mizunashi's company. Oh, only 300 any though. Not much to really be gained from that. But we got a piece of equipment from that. Very magic 40 agility. Oh my gosh. Yeah, let's put that on Shina. Or alternatively, that might be better placed on Lily for now, actually, when it comes to at least bolstering her magic stat, because she isn't really physical based as I would have hoped. Because, no siree, she was not. Right, I presume there's going to be another event soon enough. There's also a camp? Oh, well. I think this could be our ending point for now. So, folks, thank y'all for watching this episode of Death and Request, and I'll see you next time as we try and get through this glitchy mess. Ta-ta for now.